What's up, beautiful souls? Please forgive me. I have been messing with my tripod. I don't know what I've done different or why it feels like it's crooked or not in alignment. So I'm sorry. Bear with me. It's always about the message, right? Not about the crookedness. Although it's driving me bonkers. Anyway, I don't know what I did. I have got a download and I've pulled some cards. I've meditated on it. It's an energy I'm very familiar with. I've been there. Which it means it can have a very beautiful outcome if somebody that resonates with this message is ready to do the work. So I first sit in meditation, and the aura, the energy that comes is poised. Somebody that's very collected, has an aura. They're self-assured. There's this persona that draws you to this person. And please forgive me, I probably can't read my auto notes, but here we go. There's an innate wisdom that there's a season and a reason to everything. There's a healing energy that's surrounding you now, offering you an opportunity to see and soothe any wounds. What has yet to be fully acknowledged, still, such a task is not necessarily ever considered easy, but rather a journey within that gathers insight, not only to pains, but the center of oneself. The adventure requires radical honesty. Only the voyager can embrace. After all, it's the knowledge that the wanderer into the unknown comes into the adventure of returning as a bigger person. This energy asks for you to seek the answers only you can provide by questioning the role you played. Were your wounds self-inflicted by poor decisions? Did you ignore red flags or ignore a message from another? The underlying energy may cause guilt, leading to wounds of self-doubt and ridicule. Regardless of what may have yet to come to the surface, it is now being called to be dealt with by being acknowledged. These first steps offer the path, the voyage, the discovery to self-mastery, which is embedded in healing and forgiveness, all of which starts with self. So if I was to sum that energy up, what I feel is there is a lot of that energy of apathy, guilt, shame, self-ridicule, and there's a lot of pain that has been induced onto you. It's this feeling of, so stupid, I should have known better. But I feel that there's an energy that's being presented right now, offering you an opportunity. Excuse my neighbor's dogs, and there goes my puppy. It's a cute little tail. Offering an opportunity to heal. Whatever the weather has brought you to now. And our underlying energy comes with a 5 of Wands, but it comes in reverse. Now, the way I read this is, it's an oppression. I feel like the underlying energy it's easier not to deal with it. I think that you've been through some conflict that is resurfacing, and as much as you've maybe tried to oppress it, you've tried to just not deal with it, not think about it, it's now coming to the surface. But the problem is what they say, what you oppress or suppress resists or consists, or I just ruined that. You know what I'm saying? What you resist will persist. That's what I say. That's the underlying energy. So the card that comes out that represents you is transformation. And I'm going to read the oracle card for you, as it is what represents you. Your world may seem like it has turned upside down, yet rest assured, there is no need for concern. A positive transformation related to work, study, or finances is now occurring. Keep calm and allow the storm to clear, for when it does, you shall discover the things that have been rearranged for the better. Do not fear the changes taking place, for change is a necessary part of life. With every ending comes a new beginning. Trust and be prepared to lovingly let go of the past. If there is one certainty in life, it is that your life will continue to transform as it magically unfolds. Though you may feel unsettled and unsure at present, try to be flexible in your thinking and be open to new ideas. A bright future awaits. And I think it was kind of interesting because I'm going to be honest. I believe this has to do in relation to a relationship. And I'll further explain because it's pretty clear the energy we're dealing with. The crossing energy represents an opportunity of change, but it's your conflicting energy that you're struggling with. Is the judgment. This is the great awakening within yourself. An opportunity to see things from a different perspective than you've ever seen before. The problem is, how much are you suppressing? How much of it is self? Like the guilt. Like when you go to step into those wounds, when you go to step into try to heal, I question how much you can see the reality of it as you're in the thick of it. But there is an energy that's presented, which is your conflicting energy. Whether you can see it or not, you have an opportunity to blossom. The energy of healing is upon you now. The transformation of your life, that caterpillar that's ready to transform into a butterfly that's been the cocoon, is about ready to hatch. It just requires maybe a different way of viewing this. So I ask, what is it that you see? As you see it, what's the problem? And this is the telltale energy that tells me we have one card that's missing. That would tell me otherwise. A lot of cards came out. And I felt I had to honor them. And they're not the best of cards. I think somebody's dealing with a genuine narcissist. And I don't use that term lightly because it's thrown around so much. But there's only one card that's missing that would confirm it. We have somebody that played at all costs for a win. The Five of Swords. A lot of dishonesty with the Ace of Swords in reverse. Caused a major amount of heartache. And on top of it, came with the Seven of Swords on its side, which I had to honor that as well. And I can't help but feel like there was deception, there was thieving, there was lies. But with it coming on the side, I think it gave you the leverage, and that some of that came to light, right? You may not know the full truth and extent of how bad this person may have done you wrong or does others wrong, or they've got that, it's just that bad. It's just a bad energy. Is it the very self-centered me, and I'm going to, the only card that's missing to give me this confirmation is the Devil. But we got these are my narcissistic cards. There's heartache that was caused, and a lot of deception. There was no truth. A foundation that was built on faulty ground. But it also came out with the Hermit, which tells me amongst all of this, and how can you not, been self-reflecting. Trying to steer the light within you to understand all that has gone down. How somebody did you wrong. At the cost of your innocence. At the cost of anybody in the way. Who could lie, be a pathological liar, and tear your heart open. And the fact that this came out, you have evidence that you're not crazy. And then, indeed, it did happen. And trying to find your sanity of whatever situation, it doesn't matter, it's the energy of what you're dealing with. So I asked Spirit, when you're dealing with this kind of energy, what is really the problem? It's interesting because I got clarify this. Spirit always sees the bigger picture, regardless. And when you're in the midst of it, it's easy to get caught up with the hurt and the pain that comes in such a relationship. But it came out with the Four of Wands in reverse. And when I meditated on this, I feel like one of the bigger problems right now is you may not be getting the support, external support that you might be seeking, or maybe people around you don't understand. But moreover, I feel like what Spirit's saying with this is that what you're about to embark on in this healing is going to be an inward journey. I don't know that anybody that you look outside to convince another person did you wrong, because we're dealing with a narcissistic energy, right? They can come off charming. They are God sent to everybody else that has yet to open their eyes and can sniff out that behavior and may not even see. Who knows? They may have made out to be you're the bad person. And if you're looking outside, or maybe you've lost a lot of connections or a lot of trust or a lot of people that you thought you once could rely on, the broken home. The problem is I think that you're not, as Spirit says, it's going to be an inward healing journey. This journey is going to cause you to go in and give you your own self-assurance, your own self-validation, that everything that you've encountered and the emotions you have are going to be are validated, and you have to be the first one to do that. And I feel like right now you haven't given yourself permission to do that. Even though you're in a hermit mode and reflecting on all the pain and everything that's actually happened, I think Spirit's saying you're going to have to take it a step further and recognize this is going to be a solo journey in your healing. And it usually is. It's that dark night where nobody else can go. Nobody's going to understand it fully. This is between you and Spirit. And this is going to be an intimate journey. So what is the advice from Spirit? I don't even know where it came out with the Two of Pentacles and the Hangman. And this goes back to the download, and it goes back to your challenging energy. I feel like your Spirit's saying, I need you to look at it from a different angle. I need you to take all that pain, and I need you to ask those questions. When you begin to this journey, it's being patient. It's showing yourself grace, forgiveness with yourself, and seeing things from a different point of view. And I think you're in the energy, and there's been enough time to separate at some point that the energy healing is now surrounding you, saying it's time. Like, you've cultivated this. You're about to make a breakthrough, and it's going to require you to see it from a different point of view, right? The Hangman intentionally hangs upside down to see the world from a different view. But I also feel like Spirit's saying, as you do so, it's a balancing act. It takes two to tango. And when you're ready to heal, you'll be able to accept where you ignored your own guidance in whatever way that may come up. But do so gently. It's easy to go down a very dark pathway when you go into the dark night and see things differently. I assure you that whatever this that you believe was wrong, and I'm not saying it's not wrong, it was a sneaky, yucky energy that surrounded you and broke you down, tore your heart out, right? Left you everything you knew about life. Everything you thought you knew was a lie, right? That's valid. And as you accept your own responsibility into the equation, lead with balance, a balanced framework, because it's easy to go one way and it's easy to go the other way. It's a very delicate balance. That's what I'm trying to say. But Spirit's saying, just look at it from a different angle. You're finally at a point, maybe you're moving through the thick of it, right? That the cocoon that's ready to blossom. You've been in your hermit mode. You've been taking it all in. And I think there's this energy that is maybe a bit conflicting right now, but you're amongst the transformation. Be gentle with yourself. Give yourself grace. You don't know what you don't know until you know. You're doing the best you can until you can do better. And that's true with everything. Then I go to the outcome. And as I'm shuffling and I'm getting your cards, they came out. They didn't come up right. And I waited till the end to flip them, to meditate on them. But as before they came out, I could hear, healing is inevitable. You will heal. You are going to come out of this, and you're going to come out so much stronger. There's a powerfulness of you that you have yet to tap into, but it's coming. It's inevitable. That's what I heard. It came out with the King of Pentacles, and it came out with the Magician. The King of Pentacles, he's wise. He's fruitful and he's bountiful. But it was through hard work that got him there. When you come out of this and see it from what it is, and see the truth and see the light, you also get to discover just how powerful you are. That's the awakening, right? It's being able to see the world so within, so without, and watch that transform. As horrific as the outside seems, there's something within you that's being called to be healed, to be nurtured, and to be acknowledged. And once you do, it changes your view of the world and the way the interactions, the exchanges are represented. The Magician is the alchemy, takes the energy. Energy is always there. It's only transformed. You get to transform it through the hard work, but then you get to reap your rewards. But it's not for the faint of heart. What's beautiful about it is if you've listened to this point, you're ready to blossom. You're ready to go through that transformation, and you're ready to have that awakening. And once you get through that, you break the karmic ties that have ever bound you. It's a beautiful process, and I have so many videos if you want to go reflect. It's why I've been there to help understand what forgiveness means, to help understand what karmic justice means, what it means to understand how we are all a collective, even to that of our enemies. And that's hard to do until you make it through. But you're in the midst of a transformation, and only beautiful things are in store for you. It's inevitable. You will heal. And keep telling yourself that, and know that. You will. You're gonna see the side of you have yet to even witness. It's beautiful. I recommend, if you have any questions, some of the things that help to gain a different perspective sometimes is to write a letter to your abuser. And when I say write a letter, you don't have to even send it. Just write it, how you feel. It gives you opportunity to get this a little bit more. Journaling. Meditating. But above all else, being patient and working through it one step at a time. That's what I've got for you, beautiful souls. I think it's beautiful. And I like just to remind you, these are the first steps that's offered on the path, the voyage and discovery to self-mastery, which is embedded in healing and forgiveness, all of which starts with you. As always, mwah, I love you. Namaste. Until next time.